Merry Litmas, everyone. Today is the seventh day of Litmas, and the prompt for today, December 20th, is the big thing I learned this year. And this was tough for me to kind of narrow down or to think about. Like, there were a lot of different kind of ways I could have gone with this. I could have talked about my professional life. I could have talked about my personal life, away from Booktube. I could have talked about my spiritual life. But instead, what I decided to share with you was that Booktube has reminded me this year that I have deeper reserves of kindness and encouragement in me than I had realized I've had for years and years now. I know it doesn't come across this way very often on the channel, but in waking kind of day-to-day, workaday existence, I'm pretty snarky. I also have a really, really bad temper. I've got really bad road rage, which is part of why I don't have a little holder for my iPhone in the car to film me while I'm driving, because I wouldn't be able to use any of that. And even when I was kind of, when I discovered Booktube early this year, and was kind of studying it and trying to understand it and get a sense of whether or not I might have a place in it. When it became clear to me, the more I watched, that there really wasn't a whole lot of room for that kind of attitude on Booktube. That one of the things that makes this community what it is, and makes it such a pleasure to engage with and watch, and create content in, is the fact that people are kind to each other. Which, from what I understand, is a rarity even here on YouTube, and people are encouraging and supportive, and so while I am kind in life, obviously, to my wife and to my clients and to my coworkers and my friends, my tennis partners, I can be rough with everyone else in life, and so I wasn't sure I was going to be able to do this. I wasn't sure I was going to actually be able to kind of start and maintain a channel that would be healthy and constructive. All of you have helped me to see that I guess that there's a side of me that I hadn't seen in a long time, or maybe even ever, actually. Even when I was a teacher, I was a good teacher, and I was an encouraging teacher, but I was a really hard teacher. I expected a lot of students. I held them to a really high standard. I could be ugly at times. And I try not to be that way here. I try very hard to kind of build other people up, and to help people realize what they can do, what they can achieve, what they can accomplish, because I know they can, and I know how difficult it is to believe in yourself, especially when you're trying something new. And so I want my channel to be a place where people feel emboldened, and where people feel brave, and where they feel a kind of courage that they hadn't realized that was in them. And in order to do that, I can't be Mr. Snark. I can't be Mr. Road Rage. I can't be Mr. Doom and Gloom, even though that's certainly there in me as well. That is like a personality trait of mine, doom and gloom. But anyway, that's one thing that I have learned this year. Or to put it a better way, a more apt way, that is one thing that Booktube has taught me or reminded me this year. And all of you watching have been a really big part of my learning that or relearning that. So thank you. I will see you in a video tonight and in another Litmas video tomorrow. And don't forget about the Christmas Carol live stream read aloud that will begin tomorrow night right here on this channel. Yeah, so look out for that as well. Adios.